into a session with them. Okay, good afternoon. Are you ready? All right. Here with me today are members of the board of the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and we want to condemn in the strongest terms possible the Highness Act of the terrorist attack that took place yesterday at the Dusit complex along 14 Riverside. As a business community in Kenya, we stand with our government, we stand with the people of this country who have been affected, those who have lost their lives, those whose livelihoods have been affected, their businesses affected, and their places of work also tampered with. As we've noted in the last few weeks, the tourism sector, the last few months, there has been a big resurgence of tourism in Kenya. And as a business community, we are saying that we will stand with all people of good faith from the international community, in our local community, in seeing to it that business is back to normal in our country. We'd also like to call upon business owners in this country to enhance their vigilance, to make sure that we know who it is that we are dealing with, who we are housing in our premises, and how we are conducting ourselves in a day-to-day basis, because we are confident and we are sure that these terrorists are living in houses in Kenya, driving cars that have been sold to them by traders in this town, and etc. So we need to also, as the business community, step up and enhance our vigilance in order to help our government catch up with these cowards. And let me also add that cowards are cowards, and they will always attack in an unconventional way, as they have done yesterday. But we are saying that we support our leadership in stating that we shall not be cowed, and we shall do everything within our possibility to ensure that we are back to normal within the shortest time possible. Lastly, as you can see, the whole board is here. We are also here with our independent electoral board of the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And in line with our memorandum and articles of association, we will be conducting an election starting in April of this year, from the grassroots right up to the national level. I think we have demonstrated that we are a company, an organization that is governed by good governance practices, and we will do what is right, especially for some of us who are at the end of our time in leadership in the chamber. We shall do all that we can to ensure that we conduct chamber elections in a peaceful way, ushering in new business leaders who can take this organization to the next level. Thank you very much.
I think I just want to add one little addition to what the chairman has said. My name is James Murray, the vice chairman. And this is an appeal to our friends and partners, international friends and partners. My appeal to them is this is the time to hold our hands. This is not the time to issue travel advisories. This is the time to realize that this is a global problem that needs global solutions. And for me, I appeal to the friends of this country to really stand with Kenya at this time, and to recognize that these cowards will continue to cause fear, and we can only make them feel victorious if we now start issuing travel advisories, because we have said for the longest time that as a country, we will continue to support our troops in Somali, because it is in our interest to guard our borders and to make sure that a peaceful Somali will lead to a peaceful Kenya. And so we ask the international community to stand with us at this very difficult and very sad time. Thank you.
Yes.
Pengine kabla ya maswali unaweza rejelea kwa Kiswahili angalau.
I can do it.
Adhuhuri ya leo tumekutana hapa tukiwa viongozi wa kongamano la wafanyabiashara katika nchi yetu ya Kenya, kusema kwamba tunashtumu yale mashambulizi ambayo yaliendelea jana katika eneo ya Westlands, na kusema kwamba pia tunasimama na serikali yetu kusema ya kwamba hatutastuliwa na mashambulizi ya aina hiyo. Tungependa pia kuhimiza marafiki za nchi yetu wasimame na sisi katika hii muda, na pia kusema kwamba tuwe watu waangalifu sana kuhakikisha kwamba wale ambao wagaidi ambao wanakaa katikati yetu pia tujue ni kina nani, na tuwe hata sisi wafanyabiashara tuwe katika hali ya
macho.
Kuwa macho kwa hawa watu ambao wako katikati yetu. Asanteni sana. Ada. Yes.
How are foreign investors maybe reacting with regard to this attack?
You see, it is too early to say what the reaction will be, but what we are saying is that terrorism is a global problem. It is not a problem that is limited to Kenya. And we are asking that, that those countries with whom we have a good bilateral or multilateral relationship with should not shun Kenya, visiting Kenya and enjoying our tourism just simply because of a single act of terrorism. We've seen many countries that have faced similar situations, for example, Turkey, and they have been able to rebound, and I believe that we shall rebound and maintain the momentum of growth in the tourism sector.
And maybe lastly, how many businesses roughly have been affected by this attack?
It is difficult to predict because we haven't yet, the Duzit area is still a scene of crime, and we've not been able to assess the extent of the damage. Yes.
You being members of the chamber, are you members back to business, or have you been able to quantify the loss after having closed businesses from yesterday to today?
Like I've stated, you know, we've seen precautionary measures taken by some of the malls, like Village Market. Of course, that will lead to a loss of turnover in business today. It will lead to a reduction in the exchange of goods and the purchase of services. But I think it is still too early in the day to quantify the extent of the damage. But for sure, for us, we are appealing for a return to normalcy within the shortest time possible. The security agencies have come out strongly, and we stand by them and we commend them for really the excellent job that they've been doing in making sure that the messaging is coming out in a timely fashion, in an orderly fashion, and that people are being informed on a regular basis of what they need to know. I think I'd also want to really congratulate the Kenyan people for being very measured in there. I think for the first time we've seen a very high level of maturity, very measured in the sort of images and the sort of information that is being shared, that is also showing sensitivity to those who have been affected directly by this heinous act of terrorism. And we are appealing also to the business community to get back to business and back to normalcy as soon as possible.
Yeah, so how are businesses able to remain resilient after terror attacks?
One of the things that we are appealing to government, and I think we've made this appeal in the past and we repeat it again, is that we need to have a safety net fund to support businesses that are directly affected, because as you know, very many insurance covers actually have an exclusion clause for acts of terrorism.
Yeah, and I think, can I just add one thing? I think if you look at the winners, the champions, and looking at yesterday's act, really I want to commend the members of the Fourth Estate, because I think the messaging and the fact that you moved in quickly also helped to remove any unnecessary press that would have otherwise affected or caused fear and despondency. And just echoing what the chairman has said, I think our appeal is to make these people feel losers. I would urge that we continue, albeit very vigilantly in our businesses, to continue to message to the terrorists that we are not perturbed or moved, but that we shall crush these cowards eventually with the help of the government and international community.
Pengine bwana Kitonyi, kabla tujamaliza, iwapo mataifa haya mengine yatatoa tahadhari kwa wananchi wao, pengine nadhani kwamba kuna sekta kama utalii inaweza kuathirika. Pengine wakitoa tahadhari hiyo, mmejipanga kivipi?
Ningependa kusema kwamba tunawaomba wale wananchi ambao wanakujanga Kenya kwa kila wakati kwamba kutoa tahadhari ya aina hiyo haitatusaidia. Na wakati huu tumeona kwamba katika hiyo muda ambao uliopita, haswa mwaka jana, tuliona watalii waliongezeka kwa wingi sana kwa kuja nchi yetu ya Kenya. Na pia kuna ningependa kusema kwamba yale ambayo tunayo Kenya haipatikani katika nchi nyingi sana duniani. Kama ukienda eneo la Masai Mara, wanyama ambao wanapatikana huko haipatikani sehemu zingine. Na tungependa kusema kwamba nafikiria sasa tutaanza kutembea, tutaanza matembezi kwenda kuongea na wenzetu katika nchi za kigeni, kueleza kwamba Kenya ni nchi ambayo itaendelea. Na tumeona kwamba nchi zingine hata kama Uturuki wamekuwa pia wamepitia sehemu ngumu sana. Pia wamepata mashambulizi ya aina mengi, na wamerudi kwa biashara vile inatakana iwepo. Sasa sisi pia tunasema kwamba wafanyabiashara wa Kenya tuko tayari na tutaenda kuendelea na biashara zetu, na tunaomba nchi zingine wasimame na sisi katika hii muda ya shida kabisa. Pole, tunatuongea sanifu.
Asante sana. Naona hii K24 mpaka waniambie.